Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to learn chapter number 1, Unit 2, Introduction to Java. In the last video, we learned about object-oriented programming languages. Object-oriented programming, the program is divided into many objects. Now, Java is an object-oriented programming language which was developed by James Gosling and his colleagues at Sun Microsystems. The language was initially called Oak, named after the oak trees outside Gosling's office. But due to some of the reasons, later on, Oak was renamed and the new name which was given was Java. The platform independence is one of the most significant advantages that Java has over other languages. Platform independence here means that a program made in one platform can work on another platform. It can be any platform, there will be no problem with Java programs. They work on every platform, and this is one of the advantage of Java over other programming languages. Moving on to the features of Java. Number 1, Java is an object-oriented programming language. Number 2, Java program is both compiled and interpreted, meaning in Java both compiler and interpreter is being used. We are going to learn this topic in detail in the coming up slides. Point number 3, programming is written within a class. In Java, every program is written within a class. Point number 4, Java is case sensitive. That is, the uppercase and lowercase letters are distinguished by the language. They are treated differently by the language. And the last point, Java doesn't require any preprocessor or inclusion of header files. We have already learned C++. In that, we used to write hash include iostream.h, etc. Now in Java, we need not include or write anything like that. Moving on to the next topic, that is compiler. Definition: a compiler is a computer program that transforms code written in a high-level programming language into the machine code. As we already know that the only language understood by a computer is a machine language. Whatever code we are writing, it is a high-level programming, or computer has to translate that high level into machine language or machine code. So a compiler is a program or it is a software which does this task of converting a high level language into a machine code. A compiler should comply with the syntax rule of that programming language in which it is written. Meaning a compiler just checks the syntax of the program. That is, if I have a Java compiler, then Java compiler will check if the particular program is according to the syntax of the Java or the grammatic rules of the Java, and if there is some error, it will show the error. A compiler cannot fix the error, it can only show the error to us. Next, what is an interpreter? An interpreter is a computer program which converts each high-level program statement into machine code. That means both compiler and interpreter does the same job. Both are involved in converting the high-level program into machine code. Then what is the difference between a compiler and interpreter? See, compiler converts the whole source program into object program and displays error for the whole program together. Compiler, after converting the whole program, it will show the whole error together. Whereas interpreter, it converts the whole source program into object program line by line and also displays the error of one line at a time. This is a major difference between a compiler and interpreter. Both of them are doing the same job, only the difference is the way they work. Compiler, it does everything all together, whereas interpreter, it does one by one. Now next, coming to the feature, Java is both compiled and interpreter. I told you that we are going to learn why it is said so. Now in Java, we are using both compiler as well as interpreter. Look into the diagram. A Java program first goes into a compiler. From compiler, there comes a Java bytecode. Now what is a bytecode? A bytecode is an intermediate binary code. It is not a complete binary code. It is an intermediate binary code. Now this bytecode will go into the interpreter, or the interpreter accepts the bytecode and converts it into machine code suitable for specific platform. meaning whatever bytecode goes into the interpreter will convert that bytecode into final machine code depending on the platform. Platform can be any. The interpreter does the work of converting the code according to the platform. So that is why the interpreter in Java is also known as Java Virtual Machine. Java Virtual Machine. Java interpreter plays an important role acting as a machine to produce object code according to the specific platform. Java interpreter, although it is a simple code or a software, it is acting more intelligently like a machine to convert a code according to the platform. And so the interpreter in Java is also known as Java Virtual Machine. In short, it is known as JVM. Now, Java libraries. Java library is a collection of various packages. We have many packages in that library. Now, Java package is a collection of various classes, and each classes contain different functions. If function has to be used, then the package containing the function needs to be included in your program. If I want to use a particular function, then first of all, I have to include the package in which that function is there. For example, I have written here import java.io.star. Very important, import. Import is a keyword which is used to include a package into a program. And java.io here is the name of the package which I am going to include. Java.io.star means everything from the java.io package can be used in our programming. The statement again, import java.io.star includes a package java.io into the programming, meaning we can use any classes or functions available in that particular package in our programming. So here is a list of packages. These are the different packages available in Java. Number one, java.applet. Programs applet that can be run from a web page. Applet is that kind of Java program which can be run on a web page, or I can say the internet application of Java is known as applet. Next, java.awt. AWT stands for Abstract Windowing Toolkit. That means if you want to make many graphical user interface like buttons, colors, scroll bars, in that case, we will use this package. Next, java.io, that is input output. This is a package which we will be including for using various input output statements. Next, java.lang. This is a basic classes for the language and it is automatically imported. Very important, this package is included by default, meaning we need not write import java.lang. It is already there inside Java. Next, java.net. If we are using any networking concept in our program, in that case, we will have to use this package java.net. Next, Java X.Swing. This is a more sophisticated, if we want to create a more sophisticated platform independent graphical user interfaces, then we are going to use this package. And finally, java.util. These are the general utility classes which will be used in our programming. Now from these packages, java.io, lang and util, these are some of the packages which we are going to learn or use in detail in our coming chapters. Now next, what is the Java reserved word? Java reserved words are those words which carry special meaning to the system compiler, meaning such words, there are many words which are having special meaning to the compiler and we cannot use that words for any other purpose. Few examples here are do, try, void, public, while, for, etc. These are the few Java reserved words. Here comes the two types of Java programming, very important concept. There are two types of Java programming. One is Java application and one is applet. Now Java application are the normal programs which do not require any internet connection or it can run without a browser. Whereas applet is the internet application of Java. Internet application means the one which requires a web browser for running. Okay, so Java application contains a main method, whereas an applet does not contain a main method. Number two, Java application does not require internet connection to execute, whereas applet requires an internet connection to execute. Java application is standalone application that it can work on a normal computer without any internet connection or without any connected to the network. Applet is a part of a web page, and Java application can run without a browser, whereas applet it requires a Java compatible browser. So basically there are two types of Java programming. Number one, Java application, and number two, internet application of Java, which is also known as applet. I hope this concept is very much clear to you. Moving on to the next topic, that is very important, output statement in Java. Output statement in Java. This is the statement which we will be using to get the output of the program on the screen or to display message on the screen. Look at the example. Example number one, system.out.println hello everyone. This thing should be noted here that whenever you want to print a message, that message has to be put into double quotes inside the round bracket. Here when I write system.out.println hello everyone, the output will be hello everyone. Make sure that you write system S as capital and all others are in small letters. Look at the example number 2. System.out.println sum of two number is, and then I have a plus sign and then P. Now, if I want to join a printing message and a variable, if I want to join a message and a variable, then I will be using a plus sign in between them. As described here, sum of two number is, they are in double quotes, then I have a plus sign and then P. Now look at the output. Sum of two numbers is 78. Now 78 is the value of the variable P. So always keep in mind that when I want to print two things, a message and a variable, then I will use a plus sign to separate them, and this plus sign is also known as a connector. Here comes the Java programming with BlueJ. Now what is BlueJ? BlueJ is a free Java environment which we will be using for writing Java programs. Every Java program we will be writing on a platform known as BlueJ. Now, BlueJ can be downloaded from the below link. Here is a link, www.bluej.org. Just visit this website and there they allow you to freely download BlueJ into your system. Once it is downloaded, an icon like this will appear on your desktop. This is the icon for BlueJ. Okay, now we are starting to learn how to write a program in BlueJ and how to get the output. If the BlueJ is properly installed into your system, by double clicking on the icon, you can see a window like this. This is a window which will come when you open BlueJ by clicking on the icon. Now, to create a new program, you first need to create a new project. The very first menu on the menu bar, that is project. You have to click on project and then click on the new project. Before starting to make any program, step number one is you have to click on project and then click on new project. Already if you are having some other project ready, then you can open that by using the open project. But right now, since we are starting to learn Java, step one will be clicking new project. When you click on a new project, a window like this will open. Here you have to mention your file name. This is a place where you will be mentioning the file name, that is the project name. After writing the file name, you will click on the create button. Project name can be any, it is depending completely on you. What is the name of the project you want to give? Just write the name here and click on the create button. Once you click on the create, a window like this will open. Now here you must understand that this assignment 1, the name of the project I have given here is assignment 1. Assignment 1 is the name of the project. Now click on the new class. We want to start the programming. For that, click on the new class and give name drawing panel in the window which comes. As soon as you click on this new class, a small window will come and it will ask you to enter the name of the class. So there you are going to enter the name drawing panel and click on OK. When you click on OK, a brown box will appear with the name drawing panel, and this is the class where we are going to write the program. This drawing panel is our first class where we are going to write the program. After this box appears, you have to double click on the drawing panel. When you double click on the drawing panel, a window like this will open. Here you can see that this is assignment 1 project in which I am having a drawing panel class. This editor window which is given below is having few code which is there by default. This is the default code which comes whenever you make a new class. Either you can edit in this code and start writing, or we will delete everything and start writing. Right now I will suggest that you delete all this default code and then start writing. Once you delete this code, a blank screen will come on your computer after completing the program. That means you write the program now. After deleting everything, you write the program. Public class drawing panel, public static void main string args, system.out.println hello, system.out.println welcome to Java programming, system.out.println enjoy learning. Now here I'm going to explain you line by line. First line, public class drawing panel. This is a name of the class, class drawing panel. This is a name of the class. Always remember whatever name you have given outside while creating class, same name should come here. So here I have drawing panel, and here also my class name is drawing panel. The keyword public is optional. If you want, you can write, otherwise it's okay. Anyway, the class is going to be public. Next, public static void main string args. Now this is the main of the program from where our execution is going to start. Now this bracket is opening class opening curly bracket. This is main function opening curly bracket. After this, we are having 3 statements. Now these are the output statements, or when you run the program, you will get the output based on these statements. I am having 3 different statements. Say hello, welcome to Java programming, and enjoy learning. Then closing main, and then closing class. So this is the first sample program which we are going to write. Once this program has been written, you will click on the option compile. Compile is the very first menu here. Click on compile. If there is no error, then this message, class compiled, no syntax error. Look at the bottom pane. Class compiled, no syntax error. This is a message which will come if there is no error in your program. That means now you are ready to execute your program. Class compiled, no syntax error. This means there is no error in the program, and now you are ready to execute your program. Now, how to execute a Java program? Select the class icon. After writing the program, after compiling, you have to go and select the class icon and right click of the mouse. When you right click of the mouse on the icon, a drop down menu like this will appear. From this drop down menu, you have to select and click the option void main string args. Void main is a main function from where our execution will start. So right click on drawing panel and click on void main string args. Once you click, a small window like this, a method called dialog box will appear on the screen. See, here is the name of the class, drawing panel dot main. I told you our execution begins from the main. So once you see the small window and this, you have to click on OK. Now when you click on OK, the output window will appear on the screen with the 3 lines. If you remember, we had written 3 lines. System.out.println hello, system.out.println welcome to Java programming, system.out.println enjoy learning. So this is the final output which you will get from the program which we had written in the last slide. So here comes the output. I hope it is very much clear how to start writing a program in BlueJ and how to get the output. With this comes the end of our part 2 of chapter number 1, Introduction to Java. I hope all the topics discussed was clear. Now we are moving to the next part, that is the assignment part. This assignment you have to write in your copy, and all the questions given here have been discussed in our this video. You can pause the video, listen and write all these questions in your copy. All the questions which we have discussed, all the questions here are already being discussed. What is JVM? Write 2 points of difference between compiler and interpreter. Name 3 packages. What are Java reserved words? Name a package that is invoked by default. It is there in the table. Go through the video, you will get the answer. So I hope you all are understanding Java with BlueJ and now know how to make a program in BlueJ. Complete your assignment and mention your name and class and send it to me. Keep learning, stay safe.